We are going to continue to track alert day conditions for not only strong winds, but potential snow squalls across southern Wisconsin for the next few hours in your full forecast.
Plus, warming shelters going over capacity as temperatures plummet. How you can help as shelters around the area gear up to meet the demand.
And later, the new tool UW-Madison researchers are working on that could save lives, how it works and how it could change water testing in the future. And we welcome you to News 3 Now at 6. Today is an alert day. We're tracking the impact of those snow squalls out there popping up across southern Wisconsin today.
Right now, the squalls seem to have ended, but we have team coverage on the weather this evening. Let's begin by checking in with our Tanasia Shaw. She's been on the roads all afternoon. Hi, Tanasia. How do the conditions look like? How do they look right now?
Hi, Eric and Susan. The conditions are much better. I'm going to give you a look right now. It's pretty much clear. Right before our newscast, just minutes ago, we were seeing, or if you look very closely, actually, you can see just a little bit of snow, but not too much. Nothing that will actually impact your commute today. And it was snow accumulation on the side right after the snow squall around 5:02-ish, but that's pretty much all gone. But I will say, just about 20 minutes ago, we actually drove into another snow squall that was shorter than the one that we drove into around 5 p.m. So I will say, when you're driving today throughout the night, make sure you're just being aware and leaving room in between other cars and always keeping those headlights on, especially now that it's dark outside. But I'm going to have another hit where I will show you again how the roads are. Send it back to you, Eric and Susan.
All right, Tanasia, thank you. For more on these conditions and what we can expect for the rest of tonight, let's head out to the weather patio. Meteorologist Blaze Keller is watching the forecast. Hi, Blaze.
Hello. Yeah, you might be able to actually hear the wind kind of moving through the area. It's fairly strong. We had gusts upwards of 55 miles per hour out in Lone Rock, and those windy conditions are kind of indicative of a strong cold front, which is where we sometimes find these snow squalls out ahead of or alongside. So we're going to keep the alert day through the next I would say few more hours, but probably by about 8, 9 o'clock, I think most of the alert day conditions, especially the snow squall threat, really wraps up, and then we're just left with the breezy conditions. So what is a snow squall? Well, we have a whole write-up in our latest Beyond the Barometer on our website, but it's essentially a quick burst of moderate to heavy snowfall with strong winds in a relatively small area, kind of like a squall line of thunderstorms that we sometimes see during spring and summer. Those white boxes, those indicate all the snow squall warnings throughout Wisconsin, central and southern Wisconsin today. Juneau and Adams County, you're the only ones in our coverage area that were actually underneath the snow squall earlier this afternoon. Still dealing with some more intense snow off towards parts of Walworth County, and unfortunately that arrow needs to be slid down, but really they're only a couple of miles long, so that intense burst is relatively short-lived, but at times it can cause some very reduced visibilities, as Tanasia mentioned earlier when she was driving out about 5 o'clock. We also find some snow activity back into Cottage Grove, back into Wanakee as well. Visibility is reduced to about 2 miles where that snow is. It's also blowing in the atmosphere too. These wind gusts upwards of 30, 40 miles per hour still are causing also a bit of a wind chill, already feeling like below zero in La Crosse, Viroqua. Many of us will feel like between 10 to 20 degrees below zero come Thursday morning. So it is going to be a cold start to your Thursday after settling into about the 10, 11 degree threshold tonight. You can hear the wind. We're going to track out, though, a nice warm-up 50s return in the full forecast.
All right, Blaze, thank you. Here's a look at road conditions across the state, according to the Department of Transportation. Right now, no problems. You can see all of the main roads are in the green.
The Madison plow crews are busy trying to keep the roads as safe as possible. According to the Streets Division, crews started brining some roads yesterday. However, they weren't able to brine the entire salt route network before the snow started falling. 32 trucks will be out treating salt routes because the storm is expected to drop less than 3 inches, and not every neighborhood street will be plowed. Streets Division staff also said leaf collection will be slowed a bit due to the storm. Last chance pickup still set to continue through Sunday.
The cold temperatures also mean it's an extreme weather night for overnight shelters across Madison.
Our Ellie LaLiberte looked into how Porchlight Men's Shelter is gearing up. Ellie?
20 degrees or below. That's what the Homeless Services Consortium of Dane County says qualifies an extreme weather night. When it's this cold, people can't be turned away due to capacity.
They're human beings who deserve the same rights as everybody else.
Ferris is the manager of Porchlight Emergency Men's Shelter at its temporary location on Zaire Road. He's seen more people fill these beds every year.
Technically, I think our capacity was 200 or 250, but we haven't seen less than 250 since we opened in 22 at this temporary location.
He says Madison's housing crisis is part of the problem.
These mental health, substance abuse, inflation, barriers to getting housing isn't going anywhere. So we're just seeing more and more people come in every year.
Our shelters have done a really good job of becoming more welcoming, lowering barriers to entry, making their spaces more welcoming so that folks want to actually access the services.
And when it gets cold, 20 degrees or below, Porchlight doesn't turn people away.
Therefore, guests who violate rules are able to come in. We see a lot more people come in, you know, with freezing temperatures and such.
And on a night like Wednesday,
I'd say we'd get up to 340 individuals come through our doors.
But to keep the free meals and beds available to those 340 people, Porchlight relies on donations from the community.
I know that a lot of people are going through struggles themselves, but this is what keeps the human right of housing and humanity alive in our society today, and that we really rely on donations from the public and from the community.
The Salvation Army Women's Shelter is also open overnight tonight and is located on East Washington Avenue. Check-in for hours for both are from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
Ellie, thank you. Stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather.
2 people are hurt after a fire over the weekend. Fire crews were sent to South Ingersoll Street Saturday just after noon, and there they found smoke and flames coming from a fence line. Firefighters put out the fire using an extended hose line. 2 people were treated by paramedics. The cause of that fire is under investigation.
A former Ripon area fire district chief is accused of using the district's credit card to make thousands of dollars worth of personal purchases. Tim Saul is charged with 3 counts of credit card fraud stemming from alleged purchases made using a Ripon area fire department credit card between 2016 and 2022. Saul served as the Ripon area fire chief from April of 2013 until his retirement in December of 2022. Investigators found financial records for the card in June of last year and found a years-long string of unauthorized purchases totaling over $42,000. Saul is expected to make an initial appearance in court on December 23rd. Still to come tonight at 6, the Bucks return to television. Wisconsin tonight will let you know when you'll be able to watch them in action.
Plus, testing for toxins in water. It can take precious time, but new research at UW-Madison could change that. We take a behind-the-scenes look at the study after the break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
After a serious truck crash, you need a team who knows how to handle trucking cases and gets results. You need Gruber Law Offices. There's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Don't dance, but boogie into the new year at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. On Friday, December 27th, we're giving away a Jeep Gladiator. Saturday, December 28th, a Chevy Colorado. Then on New Year's Eve, it's our Winter Boogie Bash, where you can have a chance to win your share of over $45,000 of rewards play. Plus, there will be free live entertainment by Coyote Wild and Snake Oil. It's time to boogie your way into the new year at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, Apply today.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays. You're watching News 3 Now at 6, moving forward.
All right, let's check out the roads once again. You're taking a live look on I-94. That's east of Madison. The snow squall there moving through southern Wisconsin right now. Wisconsin DOT says road conditions on the interstate are good for winter driving. We'll be checking back in with Tanasia a little bit on what she's seeing out there on our roadways. Tests and screenings for toxins in water or cancers in the body. That can take a long time to provide some life or death information.
But researchers at UW-Madison are hoping by engineering proteins, first responders and scientists could get those results in minutes. Arman Rahman has more on what they've discovered. Arman?
Susan and Eric, there are many natural molecules like proteins that bind to other molecules, but UW biochemistry professor Baston Rahman wanted to make them more specific. For the past 4 to 5 years, his team has worked to engineer proteins to bind to cancer drugs, anti-malarial compounds, and even opioid drugs. This helps first responders like Fitrona EMS, who may have to deduce why patients may be unresponsive in the field.
The moment it binds to the target molecule, the protein undergoes a shape change, which we can then read out as, say, fluorescence or something that we can visually observe.
Really, it's actually a great thing, especially when they talk about overdoses or exposures. If we find a patient who's unresponsive, we can't ask them what they took. So really, we are relying on essentially seeing clues, right? What pill bottles can we find?
And this research was done in collaboration with the Army and Air Force to develop biosensors to protect warfighters from chemical and biological threats, drinking water contaminants, and emerging toxins. Rahman hopes it can be something accessible for even civilians to measure what's in their environment and body.
Armand, thank you. The Milwaukee Bucks return to television Wisconsin tonight. Tune in to Channel 3.2 to watch the Bucks take on the Atlanta Hawks. The D are currently riding a 7-game win streak. Pre-game will start at 6:30 right after this show. Again, that's over on 3.2. This will be the first of 10 Bucks games you can watch for free over the air outside of the Milwaukee market this season. Still ahead, the numbers are in how much Americans spent over the holiday shopping weekend. Plus, whooping cough cases are exploding in the U.S. The warning from doctors and what you can do to protect your children.
And could we see any more snow later this week? Blaze is back with your complete forecast.
When it comes to winning internet, TDS is in a league of our own. Just like the Green Bay Packers. Wisconsin born and bred, we live, work, play, hire, and get involved in the communities we serve. Like delivering the green and gold standard of internet. 100% fiber internet that's as fast, powerful, and reliable as your other hometown favorite, the Packers. TDS, internet that's built Wisconsin strong.
Steinhaffel's Cyber Week sale is here. Get some of the biggest savings of the season. Save up to $300 on sofas, $450 on dining tables, $600 on recliners, $800 on queen beds, and up to $1,000 on adjustable base sets. Plus, with Steinhaffel's 60-month financing, your new room just got more affordable. Hurry in before these deals disappear. Steinhaffel's Cyber Week sale. Shop in-store and at steinhaffels.com.
Today, our retirement savings account is safe because we made the switch. We had Medicare Advantage, but we'd seen too many friends give up the things they love due to unexpected medical expenses. They thought their plan was good enough, but it didn't help when they needed it most. We found a better way with a Medicare supplement insurance plan from WPS. No worries, no hassles, no networks. Our time and our money are better spent here.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
from Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
It shouldn't be this easy to whip up dinner or appetizers this tasty. Our new, no antibiotics ever, all-natural chicken meatballs heat up in minutes and are delicious in a variety of dishes. They're as easy as heat, sauce, and serve. They're packed with protein and free from gluten, dairy, soy, and wheat. They're so juicy and flavorful because we use only high-quality ingredients and a few simple spices. Jones, making mealtime better since 1889.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. This year's Cyber Monday was the biggest U.S. online shopping day in history. That's according to Adobe Analytics. U.S. consumers spent $13.3 billion during a 2-hour period Monday night. Consumers spent $15.8 million every 60 seconds. It capped off a 5-day spending spree that totaled more than $41 billion. That smashes previous records. Adobe analysts say concerns about inflation linger among shoppers, but that was offset by the holiday season discounts.
Oh, Christmas could come early if you're really lucky. The drawing for the 10th largest jackpot in Mega Millions history will happen Friday. The estimated $579 million prize comes after no tickets matched all 6 numbers in the drawing yesterday. If taken as a cash payout, it would be nearly $277 million. The largest Mega Millions jackpot on record is $1.6 billion. A single winning ticket was sold in Florida last year.
The U.S. is seeing record numbers of cases of whooping cough. At least 577 cases have been reported nationwide for the week ending just before Thanksgiving. That's 10 times as many as a year ago. Younger children can receive the DTaP vaccine. That vaccine is for older children and adolescents. It's recommended that pregnant people get the vaccine in the 3rd trimester to pass some protection on to their babies who cannot be vaccinated until they're 2 months old. Whooping cough is treatable with antibiotics, but the important thing is to know the symptoms.
When you do have a runny, stuffy nose or a cough, it is a good idea to get tested because there are specific treatments.
The CDC says it usually takes about 5 to 10 days for symptoms to appear, being exposed to the bacteria that causes the illness. If untreated, whooping cough can lead to pneumonia, infections, and sometimes even death.
It is a trend that's gaining popularity. Continuous glucose monitors, or CGMs. They stick to the arm and provide near real-time information on blood sugar. And this year, the FDA approved those CGMs made by Dexcom and Abbott for use by people who do not use insulin. The biosensors are now available without a prescription and for about $89 a month out of pocket. Doctors say higher levels of blood sugar in anyone can be toxic to blood vessels and impact overall health. So he says these devices can benefit everyone, even those who don't have diabetes, especially athletes, alerting them to blood sugar drops during workouts and competitions.
When you have a monitor on and if it sends a signal to you to tell you to take some food in at that time, that can be extremely helpful to keep both a professional athlete, but even an average athlete, to keep them functioning at a higher level.
Others in the scientific community say they fail to see the value of continuous glucose monitoring for those who don't have diabetes and cite a lack of data on whether or not the devices provide valuable information to those without the disease. Well, some snow squalls are making driving conditions a bit hazardous out there in parts of our viewing area.
Let's check back in with our Tanisha Shaw. She's live on the road with photographer Chris Hawbaker. Hi, Tanisha. How do things look right now?
Hey, right now things look way better than before. I'm going to give you another look at the roads. They're pretty clear. Just about a few minutes ago, we did see a few flurries coming down, very light, nothing that would really impact travel. Now, this is drastically different from 5 p.m. and right before the 6 p.m. hour. Then we ran into 2 snow squalls, so for about 3 to 5 minutes, the roadways were pretty much all you could see was snow, pretty much. You couldn't even see 2 cars ahead of you. Right now, that is not the case at all. Very clear, and the visibility is better. It's dark, of course, because of the time, but snow is not impacting what you see on the roads right now. So I would say it's much better than before, but just in case anybody does drive into another snow squall, remember, take your time on the roads and make sure you have distance in between cars. But I'm going to send it back to you, Susan and Eric.
All right, Tanisha, yeah, it's really coming waves today where you're seeing these squalls kind of blow through. Temps dropping back down below freezing for the rest of the work week. Blaze has an update. Blake?
And we are going to continue to track our next round of Arctic air. That's actually out behind these snow squalls. We've had a couple of warnings in the Juneau and Adams County area, but we haven't seen any new snow squall warnings, which is some good news. But there's still some snow ongoing across southern Wisconsin. You can download our First Warn weather app and track out where that snow is throughout this evening in case you do have to hit the roads, because as Tanasia mentioned, when you're on them, visibilities can quickly become very low, and it's most likely going to be dealing with windy conditions along with those low visibilities. And that's kind of the last thing you want to get caught in as you're driving, especially at night. Our winds are going to continue to remain breezy. We have to move in this Arctic air, and the way that we do that is through breezy northwesterly winds all throughout the night and into at least the start of your day on Thursday. Gusts anywhere between 20, 25, 30, 35 miles per hour. And that's going to send our wind chill values, so what it may feel like outside, well below zero as we especially go overnight into those morning hours on Thursday. As you're heading off to work and you're sending the kids off to school, take a look at what it may feel like. Anywhere between 10 to almost 20 degrees below zero, especially for folks in higher elevated areas. It is going to feel very cold outside. Limit your time, your pet's time outdoors, and cover up as much skin as possible, especially your nose, your lips, and your ears and fingertips. That's where your skin is the thinnest, and it's most likely going to be succumb to hypothermia and or frostbite sooner than anywhere else in your body. As for actual air temperatures tonight, we're staying above zero, but only by a few degrees. About 10 to 12 degrees is where we will all settle as we go overnight into Thursday. This is all being brought in by a high pressure system. High pressure systems typically are fair weather friends. We see more sunshine, the wind speeds die down. We'll see more sunshine, not necessarily the lighter winds as we go into your Thursday. And then this high pressure system is going to push off towards the south and east. That's going to bring back a little bit more cloud cover on Friday, but still we'll see some sunshine before our next system that arrives as we look to end your upcoming weekend. Now, this system isn't necessarily a Clipper system, but it's not necessarily a Colorado low. It's somewhere in the middle, and its path is unfortunately a little bit too far north, or fortunately, depending on who you ask, to really get that measurable snow that we would otherwise maybe see from a typical Colorado low taking this blue path here. This green path means warmer temperatures are going to be moving back up into southern Wisconsin. We just posted this on Facebook, so go ahead and share it. If you're not a fan of the cold tonight and into tomorrow, just wait until Sunday afternoon. We're going to be into the upper 40s, if not the low 50s. But again, because we are going to move in this air mass rather quickly, it's going to be breezy, and then it's going to be breezy as we kick out that warm air going Monday into Tuesday. By Wednesday, we are back into the 30s. So enjoy the 50s while they're here, because it is going to be short-lived. We're in the 20s tomorrow. There is a look at your 7 and 10-day forecast. Upper 40s to low 50s Sunday, and then some rain-snow mix as we cool down by Tuesday, back into the low 30s.
And coming up in sports, Sarah Franklin made program history this afternoon. The honor she took home for the second straight year is next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here at Melio Sandwiches, we're all about facts. Fact number 1, we bake our own bread every 4 hours, every day. Fact number 2, we hand slice our meats to perfection, just the way you like it. Melio's, baking a difference since 1989.
I've been a motorcyclist for a little over 20 years now. I always wanted to have a motorcycle my whole life, and dashing helps me support that hobby. I love the flexibility of dashing. I love the connections I make. Dashing lets me do what I want, when I want. I'm my own boss now. If dashers can maintain their freedom, flexibility, independence, and have access to benefits, that would really be the best of both worlds. Portable benefits would help me cover medical costs, dental, vision. That would be fantastic.
You don't need to battle addiction alone. Contact the great people at Wood Violet Recovery today. You could be on your way to recovery the same day. Wood Violet Recovery works with a wide range of insurance networks, so a large portion of your treatment may be covered. Wood Violet Recovery will create the treatment plan that best suits your needs. Unlike other rehab facilities, phones and laptops are welcome. Today may feel dark, but there's a brighter tomorrow. Contact Wood Violet Recovery now.
Happy holidays from your trusted partner for over 30 years, Avondale Roofing. Steep slope experts since 1988.
Wisconsin's largest and most spectacular Christmas show, Christmas in the Dells Dinner Show, is now open. It all starts with a 4-course Christmas feast, complete with ham, turkey, and all the fixins. And with new songs, cast and costumes, plus an appearance by Santa. This truly will be a magical holiday season. Enjoy the largest nativity in the state, complete with flying angels and live animals. Get your tickets today at ChristmasInTheDells.com. That's ChristmasInTheDells.com.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now.
Here at Melio Sandwiches, we're all about facts. Fact number 1, we bake our own bread every 4 hours, every day. Fact number 2, we hand slice our meats to perfection, just the way you like it. Melio's, baking a difference since 1989.
Last season was one to remember for Sarah Franklin. She was nominated for an Emmy and was named the National and Big Ten Player of the Year. Now, the scary part, she's even better this year, and the conference has noticed having Frank the Tank their Player of the Year for the 2nd straight year. She's the first Badger to go back-to-back in that category, and it's safe to say her teammates are glad she's on their team.
I mean, it's insane for her to do that, especially just everything that she's been going through, the growth as not only a person but a volleyball player and all the work that she's put in to make that happen. I mean, I'm insanely proud of her. I love her as a person and a volleyball player, and I'm happy that she's been here and I've been able to play alongside her and watch her grow.
Well, Franklin wasn't the only one honored by the conference. Charlie Furbringer and Lola Schumacher were named to the All-Freshman team, while Anna Smrek joined Franklin on the All-Big Ten first team. Wisconsin hosts Fairfield in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Well, another day, another Badger announcing that he's leaving the program. The latest one is Tretch Kekahuna. During his 2 seasons in Madison, the sophomore receiver caught 29 passes for 403 yards and 2 touchdowns. James Thompson Jr. also entered the transfer portal, bringing the total to 12 since the season ended. And just a reminder to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Carter Gilmore stops by to preview Saturday's I-94 rivalry with Marquette. Show airs at 6:30 on Friday, right here on News 3 Now.
All right, Zach, thanks. Let's go back to Blaze. One final check of the forecast.
Yeah, a quick look at the radar. Just some light snow, no squall, snow squall warnings right now. But again, you can always track out the weather conditions by downloading the First Warn Weather app, and you can zoom in all the way down to street level, rain, snow, or just sunshine. It's going to be a cold start to your Thursday, but more sunshine to end our work week. And if you don't like the cold, just wait. Sunday, upper 40s to low 50s.
Blaze, thanks. Thanks for joining us at 6.
Have a good evening, everybody. See you back here at 10.